Hello, this is Dr. Paulson, and today we're going to be talking about orthodontic emergencies and how to deal with them effectively at home. The first orthodontic emergency is the Poky wire. We're going to go through several different versions of a Poky wire and how to effectively deal with them. But you can see here, the wire has shifted around and is sticking out one side more than the other. The easiest way to deal with this problem is to take a handle and a spoon and to gently put it in your mouth and push on the wire several times until the wire pushes back around. Be careful not to poke your cheek or to pinch yourself while doing this. If you are unable to push the wire back into the bracket, you may attempt to try to clip the wire. Sometimes a fresh pair of nail clippers will work, or if you have a clean wire cutter to get back there and clip it. Make sure to only touch the end of the wire and not on the bracket. Another time that a wire may be poking is when you are biting too much food, too big a piece, and you are physically bending the wire so much that it's come out of the bracket in the back like that. So it may start to poke the cheek from the side. You do have a few options. You can tuck it underneath the back bracket like this so nothing's bothering you. You can also try to take a pair of tweezers and see if it will bend and go back into the little hole there. This is kind of hard sometimes to do. You can see I'm getting it in like that, okay? Or you're welcome to put the wax on this whole area or clip the wire. Depending how the wire is clipped will also determine if you need to place wax on the wire. In this case, the food was so aggressive and it pulled off several of the colored ties that hold the wire in. What we want to do is make sure this loose wire here gets clipped at this point right here and the wax is placed on this tooth. In this case, the wire is pulled out in the front because it was stuck on food or the patient was playing with it. You can use a pencil eraser to push the wire gently back in. If the wire is bowed out like this, it is almost out of the back tube. Usually we'll feel pressure between the two back teeth where the food has pushed the wire down. Most of the time, gently pushing that wire up from the underside of it will get the wire back in that back bracket just like that. If you can't get the wire back into the tube in the back and decide to cut the wire, make sure you're careful on how you cut it. Again, using the fingernail clippers is a good idea, or if you have a clean pair of wire cutters. If you come in and are very close to the back bracket and clip it, you may have a pokey still sticking out. In this case, it's not too bad, but you can always take the end of the spoon and push it in. In this case, the spoon may not be helpful enough because the wire is sticking out too far. Any residual wire that is still causing irritation is a good area for the wax to be placed on. These small little wires that go around the main arch wire are called ligature wires. Sometimes the loose end will come undone and will start to poke. If that is the case, you are welcome to use a pencil eraser to push that loose end back in. If you cannot get it to feel comfortable, place wax around the whole area. Now we're going to go over how to place the wax on a pokey area. Make sure that you take a good size piece of wax and roll it into a ball. Make sure it gets soft enough and malleable. Once it's in a ball, you want to place the wax over the area and push it on. Once it's on, squeeze from the sides to completely encapsulate that area. Here we are going to show how to place wax over this area. Take the piece of wax and to an appropriate size, and again, get it very soft. Once it is softened up and in a ball, place the wax over the affected area, push it on, and squeeze it around. You want to encapsulate the area fully. If the wax falls off and you eat it, it is not a problem. The wax is not going to hurt you one bit. If you do need more wax, we have wax available always at the office. Sometimes if you cannot get the wax to stay, especially on an individual brace, you want to make sure that the area is dry as possible and the wax is as dry as possible before placing it on. A lot of times people will end up just going something like this and say, why did my wax not stay on? Is because it was not pushed in and over all the braces enough. If you break a bracket, it may or may not be an orthodontic emergency. As you can see here, we have a broken bracket. Well, two broken brackets. These teeth, the braces are still stuck to the model, and these teeth are not. Since there is nothing immediately poking, usually nothing needs to be done on this case. If it does cause irritation, if the bracket is turned over somehow, like this, then you want to take the bracket and turn it back over so it doesn't bother the lip anymore. Here's the case where there are two broken brackets which came off and the wire had broke. If there is no immediately poking or irritating areas, this is fine to leave until your next appointment. We always ask that you call ahead to let us know of what problems may arise. Here's a brace that just fell out of the mouth. Please bring all braces back to the office on your next appointment. It is very important that you do not lose them or misplace them. If you have a more complex orthodontic emergency, you're always welcome to send us a video or email, and we will get back with you and tell you what to do. Thank you for watching. We hope this information has been very useful for you. If you have any questions or concerns, please always call or email my office, and we'll get back with you and help you as best as we can. We hope you have a great day. God bless.